Hey, this crowd has all seen Christy in the Wild, right? See, that's what I thought. So, let's watch Racquel in the Wild. Howdy, how you doing? How's everyone been? Racquel in the Wild, the follow-up to Christy in the Wild, both 1992. Both of them are starring Christy Canyon, Racquel Darrian, Derrick Lane, John Doe, bunch of other people, both directed by Paul Thomas. This is the outdoor one. A lot of outdoor in Christy, but they do have some interiors. This one, all exteriors. This one is like a wave film. This one is like, let's go make a movie in the woods during the day. All you really missed from part one was they pick up a hitchhiker. That hitchhiker is Racquel, and she seems to be on a perpetual loop of getting in and out of cars. You'll see. Rick Marx wrote this film. Interesting guy, Rick Marx. He did all 4 Taboo American Styles. He also wrote Nasty Girls, an Alan Adrian film that we are editing right now. But he did a bunch of mainstream films, ranging from like Gore, which is like PG, mystical, sci-fi for kids. But he also wrote Doom Asylum, which you can get from Arrow Video. He wrote Preppies. So a lot of mainstream stuff, a lot of adult stuff. Like I said, Paul Thomas directed this. We just did a Paul Thomas, Debbie Does Dallas, The Next Generation. He has directed a lot of Debbie Does Dallas movies. I didn't realize that. I know he directed Debbie Does Dallas 99 and Debbie Does Dallas, The Next Generation. There's 2 Debbie Does Dallas agains, 1994, 2005. We did the 94, he directed the 2005, and you know what? It might be our 4th reject. It has been started, and I don't know if we're gonna finish it, because when all the exposition is sex-driven, there's nothing left. But I'm not throwing in the towel yet. But he also directed Debbie Does East vs. West, Debbie Does Iowa, Debbie Does New Orleans, Debbie Does another one, Debbie Does The Revenge, Double Vision. Music by Double Vision. We just heard them from the Jim Holiday film, Sorority Stewardesses, also Jim Holiday, also Double Vision, Cheerleader Nurses. Double Vision makes some bangers. All right, this picture was 96 minutes long. Our version is 8. This version was XXX. Ours is PG for a whole lot of soft swearing. There's like 7 soft swears and a cigarette in the woods. Let's check out the picture. We'll talk about the whole cast in the end.
dangerous, or they just like to push people around?
Well, I'm sure no condition to test their limits.
Wait a minute, I think I know those guys. They were in my brother's class. They were shitheads then. I bet they're shitheads now. I think I know how to take care of this.
Here.
Hi, guys. What you up to?
Whatever it was, it's not important now.
Those poor girls.
Oh, they're so brave.
Oh, should we open?
What can you do?
What can I do? I can take a crutch.
It basically boils down to women's role as a subservient prisoner to man in a male-dominated society.
Oh, really?
No, Lilith. I think what you're saying is all too damn true.
Are these flowers beautiful?
Do you realize what we've been through? Those lunatics were after your ass.
I almost got shot.
Well,
Look, chick, I don't know what planet you've been living on, but those two girls, Kathy and Melissa, they did a really brave thing. They saved your ass. And I bet you won't even thank them.
You shouldn't feel guilty?
guilty? Guilty about what? Come on, this way.
Let's do it.
No one's getting hurt. They look like they're having a good time. Let's get out of here.
She doesn't have any sense of conscience.
I don't trust her.
I wonder if anything she told us about herself is true.
Come to think of it, she hasn't told us anything about herself.
She's using us.
Isn't that what you wanted, Mitchell? A girl without any attachments or any goals? In a dimension, in a space, in a place where she could just be a free spirit?
Shut up, Lily.
God, I hope to hell you never talk about the man's quest for the unknowable again.
Are you telling me that all my ideas are bullshit?
You said it, not me.
Hey, speaking of bullshit, at least I don't cause any harm to anybody. Like I know there's something going on.
I don't know what you mean.
Stop. Stop right here. Right here.
What's the matter?
Just stop.
Where are you going?
Maybe she has to take another leak.
I don't think so. She's walking away from the car.
Don't let her walk alone. Follow her.
Come on. You can't just walk. It's hot out here. There's no water. You're gonna die of thirst.
The town's not for the next 100 miles. Come on, get in.
Get in the car. Come on. What are we supposed to do? Just stop and wait for her?
What, Mitchell? Let's just get out of here. Let her do her own thing.
Ow! Civilization, exhaust, and no trees. So much for the wilderness. Next time, Lily, I want you to pick the spot. Maybe Hawaii, Tahiti. Who gives a shit? Anywhere but the woods, okay? And man, who was that chick? Was she weird?
So what'd you think about that? Christy Canyon is awesome. I just listened to the coolest podcast called You Like That? The Christy Canyon episode. And she talked about being directed by Paul Thomas. Didn't mention Racquel in the Wild. We've only done one Christy Canyon film, Educating Mandy. We have to change that. We got to do some more Christy Canyons. We have one coming up, Woman in Pink, the Tom Byron film. She was also in Holly Does Hollywood, which was written by Tina Marie. We just talked about that. Tina Marie, when up and coming, we talked about it on Never Sleep Alone. She's in both of those. She wrote Holly Does Hollywood, starring Christy Canyon. Racquel Darrian is our hitchhiker. Derrick Lane is her husband. They're both in this film. She was one of the twins in Joined, a Siamese twin. God, I love that movie. And I found out something strange. She was in Night Trips 2 from 1990. Did not know that was a thing. We did Night Trips, 1989. Had no idea they made Night Trips 2 the following year. Very artistic. Shot on film. Really cool. I'm going to look into part 2. Her husband, Derrick Lane, was also in Joined, the Siamese twin movie. Also, in a lot of his wife's movies. They're separated. They're not joined twins anymore. They're divorced, separated. Well, back then they were married, and he was in a buttload of her movies. Give me these notes. Racquel Untamed, Racquel in Paradise, Racquel in Redline, Racquel on Fire, Racquel Unleashed. Derrick Lane was also in Night Trips 2. And then we have my boy, the world's luckiest man, John Doe. Remember, I think it was around Blue Bayou that he was in 999 movies, and then we realized he was in 1,000 movies. His IMDb had been updated. Now he's in 1,005. Man, posthumous just keeps going up. I'm sure they're all like compilations and whatnot. But I'm glad he broke the 1K mark. And I learned something new about John Doe today. The World's Luckiest Man, the film he was in with 101 ladies, he directed that. New to the industry, he directed that. Relatively new to the industry. What a way to break on the scene. I'm going to be with 101 ladies. And I'm directing. He has a cast on. John Doe has a cast, a real cast. He is acting in both of this double feature, Christy in the Wild, Racquel in the Wild, with a cast on, which also means something you won't be seeing. He is performing with a cast on. I love this man. No homo. Kelly Odell and Marissa Malibu are their two friends that they find in the woods. Kelly's biggest picture was probably Devil and Miss Jones 5. Marissa, we've done her in Mummy Dearest 3. And Marissa Malibu, one of the bikers is Biff Malibu. I did a bunch of research. I can't tell. I'm going to guess they're married. No, I don't want to go on record saying that. But being that there's another married couple in this movie, and then we have two Malibus, I'm not a know-it-all, no matter what y'all think. So it's suspect. Or sus, as the kids say. Biff Malibu, big-time player, behind the scenes, as well as on camera as well. He was in a bunch of Twin Peaks spoofs. 3, to be exact. He was in Twin Peaks. He was in Peekers. He was in Twin Cheeks. He started Anabolic Video. He started Diabolic Video with Greg Allen. They were partners. They started both those production and distribution companies, all gonzo stuff, hugely successful. He's directed a bunch, produced a bunch, way more, like I said earlier, way more behind the camera instead of in front of the camera. Biff Malibu. Is he related to Marissa Malibu? We'll never know. Nick East. Speaking of Twin Peaks, he was in Twin Cheeks 4, Taboo 13 on our channel, Planet of the Babes on our channel. Remember I made the dumb joke in Planet of the Babes that Nick East was acting with Melissa West? True fact, not a funny joke. All right, that about wraps up Racquel in the Wild, 1992. There's a performative side of doing this. And I wrote this script and went to stand up and found out that Roger Corman died. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. A part of me said, do it for Roger. He wouldn't say, take a day. He would say, go to work. But I just couldn't do it. Like, there is a performative side of this. Man, I wish I could just cut adult films. We have over 30 timelines projects in Final Cut Pro. We have 56 timelines. Over 30 of them are, I think it's like 31, Squeaky Clean Adult Films. Which, that's not a good sign. My career should be first. There should be more Jason Heath barefoot projects than YouTube projects. So I hope you guys respect that. I don't know what's next Sunday, but it will be on Sunday. We're shooting 3 of these this week because we have a lot of big projects coming up. So I gotta set these to pop so I don't have to think about them. I gotta get at least a week ahead so this won't happen again. I'll see you soon. Howdy everyone, how's it doing? What?